my, technology is not my friend this morning, but it will be from now on. It will be the rest of the morning. We've had a very difficult time getting our lives together this morning, technology wise, because we always talk a little bit before we come on, and we were having trouble even getting on. So, all that to be said, we have a great show for you. We have a great show. I'm Carol. I have Life by Design. I help you to design your life so that you can be the very best that you can be, no matter where you are in life. And I've got my great co-host here, Miss Barbara Ellison, and we're going to be talking about community today. And so we're really excited to bring some thoughts on community and collaboration and stuff to the forefront. But Barbara, tell us who you are.
I'm Barbara Ellison. I am a transformational life trainer and founder of Wellness Playroom for the best version of you. One of the things that I have really realized is that, I want to work with people who right now are caught up in their jobs, their job titles, their job descriptions, and they have no life outside of that. Have you ever been at work and felt guilty that you weren't spending time at home, and yet when you got home, you felt guilty because you didn't finish something at work?
Or you are so tired from being at work and doing all that you do that you veg on the couch. So you're worth nothing to your husband or your children. It's just like, leave me alone, let me rest. That seems to be a big thing in our society this year. I mean,
So
this time.
yeah, and so that's one of the things that I like. I'm on a mission to make happiness the norm, and so that's one of the things that I am really working on. I'm creating an online course for it, and it's going to be called Beyond the Job. BeyondTheJob.online. So it's not there yet, but it's going to be. And just for that reason, so many people are saying to me, "Gee, Barb, that's really needed." So, anyways, but that brings up part of that is being part of a community.
Well, and let's go back to where we are. I mean, Barbara and I did Zoom before the lockdown,
Yeah.
but you know, so many people think that the people they know online are their friends. And yes, you have a connection with them, but scripture says a friend close by is better than a brother far away. And so that kind of comes into play here. Yes, you want your family, but if there's a friend, like, if you have a heart attack in your house in the evening, and you have a neighbor that you can call that can come over instantly and be with you while the ambulance is on its way, that's way better than a brother that lives as far away as we do from each other. I mean, Barbara couldn't get here by the time the ambulance was here. Even if she were my sister, which y'all know I'm an only child, so I don't have that option. But it makes a difference. And so that's the difference between our online community, which we have friends all over the world that we talk with regularly and we work with regularly and such as that. But still, you need that human connection,
A local
local, next door. If you're not in part of a church that you go to and sit in the pew, if you're not part of the chamber, or you don't go to community events. I mean, here I am in the Panhandle of Texas, and Borger, which is a little town close by, has a thing every summer called the Beach Bash. They literally haul in tons of sand to Main Street, and people put their little vendor things up around it, and kids play beach volleyball in the street. They have the volleyball nets, and you're like you're on the beach. And so that's community. That is community. That's where you go and you meet with the people, or you do a coffee clutch, or like Barbara's mother did, knitting circles.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah, I talk all the time about how the women would get together for coffee in the mornings. Hope you brought your cup. Okay.
yeah. Oh my
Uh,
God.
but and solve each other's problems. That is needed in our day and time. And I will say, get busy building one, because now they're talking about another lockdown. I am hoping and praying that it never comes to pass, but it came out that they've already put it out to TSA that masks will be required, travel things will be required to get on a plane. It's gone out to the Border Patrol. These are official documents I've seen copies of, in talking about lockdowns coming back. And they're saying that a new vaccine is supposed to be out in, I believe it's October. So build your local community today.
Wow. Yeah. And the thing is, so many people have said, to me and to other things is like, well, how did you get part of that? Well, we're going to give you right now a couple of things that you can do. Number one, identify what your interests are. What do you want? What kind of a community would help you? What kinds of things do you like to do? Like for myself, I am in a lot of personal development communities because that's my interest. But you can have, and Carol and I are both in several wellness communities because that's the
Yeah, but
things.
those are mostly online. What do people
Those
do
are online,
local?
but
Yeah.
that's the thing. Those online communities are also available locally.
Yes. Yes.
Just, but, and so don't just say, oh, well, that's an online thing. And Carol reacted exactly. That's how so many people are saying it. Oh, well,
Yes.
that's an online community. Yeah, but those communities, and
Well,
so
they're
what? So
starting to come to the table. And many of
right.
you probably have heard about LinkedIn. Okay.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn's a great platform, but it is only online. With there's one called Alignable, which is very much like LinkedIn, but they're starting to do in-person events, and they're starting to set up ambassadorships all across the country, US and Canada. I am the alignable for the Amarillo. I am the ambassador for the Amarillo Alignable of Amarillo, Alignable Alliance of Amarillo. I so much A's there. Alignable Alliance of Amarillo. And so go to alignable.com and sign up, and it will populate people that you can know. And there's like sections of your interests, like Barbara was talking about, but then your local community. And connect with them. You get X number of connections each month for free. All that's for free. And you can connect with the people that you find interesting. Set up a coffee with them. Say, I'd like to know more about your business. Let's do coffee.
Right.
Okay. And then, Barbara's in the process of becoming an Alignable ambassador. Now, she's in DNP, which is very similar in that they are building the local communities. And I love, and Barbara can fill in on this, but I love what they're saying about, what happens when something, when the supply chain breaks down. Who do you know locally that you can go to for something?
Right.
And a question, do you buy all your stuff from Amazon, or do you go down to the local grocery store? And yes, it's convenient to have things shipped to your door, but it keeps you from getting out. It keeps you from connecting with others. It stops. There's a whole endorphin response just being face to face with someone. Think about the difference between the phone now and the Zoom. Think about the difference of that. So, yeah, that's something and I'm in the process of getting my Alignable set in place, because I do monthly in-person meetings with Alignable, and that's my thing I do. I mean, it's something I have to do as an ambassador. It's not a paid position. Nothing at Alignable is paid. You can get paid versions with more bells and whistles. I only did that because I'm an ambassador, and that's one of the requirements. 10 years, I've not had a paid subscription. So it's not something that's going to cost you dollars. But I am in the process of getting things set so that I can do the DNP. And what if people for people?
The Deluxe Network program, and it's people for people that we are now growing our local communities.
Yeah.
So exactly, because we all have little areas of interest. Like right now, one of the groups is they work directly with farmers. And
Mm.
with me, where I live, I have several farms, right? I live in farm country. And just on Saturday, went to one of the local farmer, and I mean the produce that they have is just absolutely amazing. So but it comes down to do your research. Excuse me, can't breathe and swallow at the same time. Find the thing that, like, what interests you, and then find that thing locally. Like everything is available online, yes, but look, just let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages kind of thing. But now it's just Google local,
Yeah.
see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But
And
once you
and yeah, the beauty is you get a better quality. And somebody made the comments, oh, but it's so much cheaper at Walmart. Well, yes, it may be, but your food value, if
uh,
you're having to take and research your vitamins, it's very evident in vitamins. If you look at the back of the label and what is in fact, one of my friends, literally, well, actually, Barbara, it was you,
but which
told her son, send me the back of the package, let me see your vitamins, because he's resisted uh doing, children are they're either your biggest advocates or their hardest ones. But
yeah, yeah,
just know that what people fight the hardest against, whether it's health, religion, or relationship, or whatever, when they turn, they're the most firm advocates. Think about smokers. The smoker that can't quit, when they do, they can't stand to be around it. They won't tolerate it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just, oh, yeah, I won't even go near somebody that smokes. And the thing is, though, too, is with the local areas, when you find the local, I'm sorry, but on Sunday I had fresh from the field sweet corn. If you have not had fresh from the fields sweet corn, you have not had sweet corn.
My mom used to say, if you drop it
Oh,
on the way in from the garden, just let it lay. The stuff you get in the grocery store could have been in there for a week or two. I mean, maybe not at that store, but in transit.
in transit. So that's why it is so important to find your community locally, because I mean, and even if you live in a city, like I live near Chicago, it's worth it to come out an hour to get sweet corn. It really is.
Well,
It's
and
worth
something
the hour.
else is they have now passed it through, I
Yeah.
think it's the US Congress. Fact check me on this, but fact check on something like DuckDuckGo. But fact check that they now can put made meat without a label on your grocery store shelves. I
Wow.
mean, they are now, you've heard about the printers that can print anything, and like a ceramic gun to get it in the plane, or whatever that won't be picked up on a metal detector. But they can also print food. Remember Star Trek, and they would just say, I want a parfait, and it would, okay, they can do that
Replicate.
now. They
Replicate.
can do, yeah. Uh, Netanyahu, the other day, they fed him a steak dinner that was totally printed. And he said it tasted good. But what are they really putting in it? And is there any food value in it?
Right.
You can make something that looks like a potato and tastes like a potato, but if you plant it, will it grow?
Right. Yeah.
Only the potato that grows has that spark of life that God puts in everything.
Right.
A, 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 a made potato, it won't
Yeah.
grow.
Well, okay, right. So anyway, so that's, and we don't want this to be, bash things but we really, both of us really believe that when you participate and contribute to a local community,
Mhm.
you will be so much better for it.
Yes, yes.
Physically,
And obviously we do lots of online stuff,
mentally,
obviously.
but being part of a local community, like yesterday went to church, met a new lady. We're gonna get together this week
Cool. Cool.
because
And think back to the days when you could go to the grocery store and you'd walk down the grocery store aisle, even in larger cities, and see somebody and go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And talk and visit and such as that.
yeah,
That
it's right
is the
now
value.
where people are going, it's like they're afraid to talk to somebody. Just say hi, smile.
Yes. It's universal.
This will cost you nothing.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes one of the things that I have done, and this is just a fun thing that I've done and done it many times, is just see how many people I can smile at and how many people respond. And
Well, and
make
it's not even if they respond to you, they may go smile to the next person they
but they
see.
might go
Like in the
smile.
post office and you're passing somebody, you may
Yeah,
not see them that, you can say good morning and they'll say good morning and keep going. But then they go and they're nicer to the next person
next
and
person.
they're nicer to the next person. And it's like a ripple in a pond that it
Yes.
grows. It grows. And if we all do that, the
Yeah.
world will become a nicer place.
Right. And that's where random acts of kindness come in. If God puts it on your heart to buy somebody a breakfast, then do it. If God puts it on your heart to call somebody, do it.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Those are the things that make us a community.
Yes.
Whether you are actually meeting with somebody or not. If you're local, or we call them focals, on
The
Zoom and stuff.
folks close by.
And it's like, go do it. Go
Well,
do it.
and if you always think, oh, I should send them a card, but then it's hard to go out to the grocery store or the card store to pick up a card. You don't have one that's quite appropriate. We have something that Barbara and I started doing, and we said a while back, if any of you want an inspirational card from the Mavens of Motivation, please put it in the chat because we would love to send you an inspirational card that'll you can put it on your fridge and it'll brighten your day.
Right.
And so that's always a fun thing. And we found a way to do it. You can go, we both use this account because it's our Mavens account, but it's cardsfromcarol.com. Cardsfromcarol.com. And cards from and Carol are all capitalized. I don't know if that matters. But anyway, that will take you right to where you can send a card for free. You can,
Right.
or we will challenge you to do 10 cards and it's $20 one-time charge. It's the whole everything on send out cards is free. But go to cardsfromcarol.com and send a card to somebody, a
Right.
friend you haven't seen, or send it to yourself. There's all kinds of cards there that are already kind of pre-done. If you need help with any of it, give us a yell. But it's fun. We're both committed to sending out X number of cards a day, just to people that have been on our other shows. The thing is, you do need a mailing address. That's the only thing. But I have found that people are so willing if you say, "Can I get your mailing address?"
Yep.
Because it's not like it's not like you're asking for a physical address that they have to worry about you knocking on their door. Now, they may only have that, but if you say mailing address, they're more willing to give it up. Uh, and you can even say, I just wanted to send you a card.
Right. Yeah. And you can also do cards by Barbara too.
Cards
So
from or cards by.
cards from Barbara
Yeah.
.com, because so then you can send 2 free cards. So
No, because once they have an account, they have an account.
oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because both of our
That's right,
.com,
goes to
go
one
to
con
one
one
Mavens account.
account.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So
With the
yeah.
name.
But the thing is, once they do it, then they have their name and stuff in there.
Right.
That they sent one free. But $20 to send 10 cards. You can't, I don't know if you've priced cards at the grocery store, at the drugstore or whatever, like they're $4 and $5. And I'm like,
Even more.
oh my stars, that's as much as, I mean, that cuts a chunk out of the gift, or if you're given a card with a gift. And this particular stuff, you could even send gifts with the cards. In fact, Barbara's doing that for her sister. Her sister had a birthday. She's sending her a card with a gift. I have a friend that had a baby. Her name's Journey. Y'all have met her if you've been on some of our other shows. But Journey is Samara's daughter. And I was looking at the gifts the other day and realized that they have a cup with Journey written on it. So I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna send her that. So anyway, yeah, both of you can use either one. It doesn't matter. It goes to the same account, but you can get a free card, and we encourage you to do that. It'll make you feel better. It'll make them feel better.
Yeah. So, anyways, we've come to the end of our show, but just send us some love.
Yeah. And ask us to send you a card. We would be more than happy to.
We would love to send you a card. So just what is it? Oh, I don't have it down pat. On
Okay.
Facebook.
Click, like, and share on Facebook. And then if you're on YouTube, ring the little bell, click subscribe. Well, subscribe and then ring the bell and give us a thumbs up, because that thumbs up really does make a difference in the algorithms and in who sees us.
So anyways, have an awesome day, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.